Okay, it was a blade show with Virgil. Tell us about Alabama Damascus.
Alabama Damascus steel. We got here at Blade Show this morning early, set up, running faster than usual. Real curious to see how the show goes this year. A lot of folks can't make it because of the pandemic, which I hate. Our international guests ain't here. I'm looking forward to a great show. People are going to get out. Maybe they'll come and rob us with all this nice Damascus steel so we go home and make more. We're located in Jacksonville, Alabama, right a few blocks from Jackson State University. Everything you see on the table as far as knives, these are all done by hand. They actually give us money to do this so nobody fusses much.
So you love what you do?
90% of the time. As long as one of them 100-year-old hammers don't break, I'm a happy camper. Everything else is gravy. Wise man told me, back in the 80s, a company called Parker Edwards opened business in Jacksonville, Alabama. I hired in when they paved the parking lot. Fane Edwards owned Edwards Damascus Ironworks right behind the shop. As a mechanic and metal, gearhead, there's nothing about moving metal that doesn't just tickle me to death. So I got hooked quick. Here it is, 2021, and I'm still doing it, getting paid to do it. Occasionally, I might work a little bit during the day. Other than that, I just go do what I do. And
what type of Damascus do you guys make?
Well, ours is high carbon. Our formula is 5160, 15N20, 203E, and nickel 300. We average standard pattern, random. This right here is 416 layers that we've forged out. And we do redneck skin patterns and buckshot patterns. There's a pretty little piece of buckshot, if you can see it. And we do a few custom formulas. Sometimes people bring us different pieces they want forged into it. A few months ago, it was a barrel off a 50 caliber machine gun. A guy brought us. We cut a chunk off of it, forged it into a piece of Damascus. Just added it, forged it out flat, put it in the middle of the billet, and there you go.
How big of a billet do you make at a time?
Lacey, would you hand me one of them billet chunks?
Sir?
Hand me one of those, please. This right here is 1/4 of a finished day one billet. What we do is we'll forge out a billet about 20 inches or so on day one. Day two, after we take it out of the line, we chop it up, and this is what we make flats out of. We'll take this. Oh, I'm trying to do this with long reach. Day two, this becomes this.
You have like a rolling mill or something?
We have 2 rolling mills, 2 nasal 6B hammers, 2 4Bs, and a 5B. Anybody knows about power hammers know why I just said if you don't, you're lost. I'm sorry about that. But our idea of a little hammer is a 12-inch ram. What most people see, these little small shop hammers are kind of cute. But the ram on our 6B is an 18-inch ram driving down on a piece of steel. You figure ram on...
Do you laser cut or punch some of those for a...
The blades that we have here, most technologically advanced thing in the shop at this point, is a CSC water jet, which saves a lot of time in a bandsaw and a grinder. So most of the blades you see here have been cut on water jet, and the rest of the work is by hand. And we've got, I think, 116 standard patterns, and
you got 16 patterns.
Standard patterns of blades, and then we do stuff like this just for fun. And it's non-standard, but that piece of steel said it wanted to be that. When you work for Brad Weiss, the cool thing is, I don't have a piece of steel I want to make a knife out of. We just make a piece of steel. So you can't fuss. I like to think I'm one of the most spoiled guys in this dad-burn business.
Okay, Virgil, I don't think anybody knife making that hasn't heard of Alabama Damascus, and I appreciate you.
I did not realize we was known as well as we was till a few years ago. I mean, when people I don't know, hey, I know who, how'd that happen? But I love it. It's a good community, great people. I always meet new people, and I learn from every knife maker I meet. It's a cool environment, like I said, cool people. I hope y'all have fun. Enjoy the show. I'm sure he'll show you more.